Hello and welcome to Katrina's Creations. This is the Saturday edition and I have a whole bunch of finished objects this week. The first thing is I have a second market bag. Now this looks just like the one I showed last week because it's the same yarn, which is, I don't know what the name of the yarn was. I got it from Joann's years ago, but it's 100% cotton. So this is the second market bag that's identical. And I do have enough of this yarn, if I combine it with, I have a solid blue that's in this color, that I could maybe make another one out of that. So I might do that, but so far I have 4 market bags made for craft fairs. Our first craft fair is in the middle of August. So yeah, I'll be taking those. So I have that finished object, and then I have sheep. So first I have 2 sheep. This one's ear keeps wanting to go a little wonky. So here they are. Now I based the pattern off of, and I don't remember her name, I had it on a piece of paper. I will stick it down here where I based it. It was a YouTube tutorial. I used her pattern basically for the face and the ears. But after that, the body of her sheep was done in the puff or popcorn stitch, and so at that point I just went on my own from there. But here's what they look like up close. This yarn I will never use again. Well, I don't have to worry about that because they don't make it anymore. This is the large sheep, and then I have 2 of the smaller sheep because I wanted to use up the majority of the yarn. This yarn I bought at a thrift store that all they sell is craft supplies, and this was called Red Heart Baby Clouds. I have no idea how old this is, but it was sold by Red Heart. I got it for $3.30. It was a partial skein, but it was almost, I'd say it was probably 3/4 of a skein. There was a little bit of it used. And the color that this was, did it even have a color? It just had a dye lot. Oh no, it doesn't even have a dye lot. It was called Pale Yellow, which this is white, but if you look at it, there's little strands of just slight yellow in it. This yarn was miserable to work with, which I can understand why it went out of business, or why they discontinued it. This is what's left of it, but look what this yarn looks like. It is a boucle. But the problem with this is not ripping it out, because I did do some of that. You can't find your stitches. You literally had to go by feel to get the stitches, and it comes out real nubby looking. I mean, it's perfect for sheep, but yeah, I wouldn't want to use it. It was very hard on my hands as well. Let me see if it says what the weight of this yarn was. Does it say? Like I said, I have no idea how old this is. The label looks kind of old. It does not say even what the yarn weight is, which kind of tells me it's pretty old. It is 100% acrylic. I see that in here, but yeah, there's no yarn weight listed. But it was probably a bulky, probably a 5 weight, but yeah, doesn't say anything about that. So who knows how old this yarn was, but yeah, it worked perfect for sheep, but I wouldn't use it again. So those are my one bunch of finished objects. My little herd of, or flock, I guess it's a flock of sheep. And then I finished the moss stitch blanket. So let me see, I've got my marker in here where I was at last week, somewhere. There it is. There is my marker from last week, and it goes all the way up to here. Its final dimensions ended up being 32 inches wide and 58 inches long. So it fits my chair perfectly, and with a little bit of hangover at the top and at the bottom. So I'm going to insert a picture of that so you can see what it looks like on the chair. So that chair actually is a recliner, but I very rarely use it unless I'm taking a nap. I don't use it as a recliner. I find it kind of sits me back too far, and then I feel like I'm like leaning back like this trying to crochet. It's not comfortable to do. And the footrest has a little sharp edge to it that bothers my legs. So yeah, I don't use it as a recliner all that much, but this will make it look like it blends in a little bit better. Plus this way I can actually use the shawl that's on the back and the poncho that I was sitting on, just to kind of protect it, because the chair itself is white with blue stripes, and I'd like it to stay white with blue stripes, but me sitting in it and spilling things, this way it's my chair bib. So yeah, so those are my finished objects. So now let's get started with my works in progress. So I have this, and you may be going, what is that, since you just finished the chair? This is, if you saw in the video, a footstool. This is going to be so that the footstool actually matches the chair. So I have enough yarn to do that, and I didn't want it to go to waste. So yeah, I started on the footrest cover. So that's project number 1. And then project number 2 is my Sweetwater tea. And I'm at the point where I'm just going around and around at this point of the sweater. So here's where I was last week, and I'm up here. So I've done about 3 inches. I haven't done as much with this as I would have liked to, because I got sidetracked making sheep. Yeah. So those are the things that I have been working on this week. What have you been working on? So I want to say thank you to all of you who contribute regularly to Show and Tell. If you would like to participate in Show and Tell, it's open to everybody. It doesn't even need to be a brand new project. It doesn't need to be knitting or crochet. It can be anything craft related. So if you're interested in submitting a picture for Show and Tell, you can send that over to my email, which is KatrinasCreations@yahoo.com, or you can post on my Facebook page, which is Katrina Knits. And either one will get that put onto the Show and Tell for that week. I do ask you, please send it to me by like Friday morning, Friday afternoon at the latest, because then I film the video and edit it for Saturday. So, I mean, if it's not a big deal if you get it in late, I just put it in the following week instead. But yeah, if you would like to put something in for Show and Tell, we would love to see it. So we have reached, we're nearly a quarter of our way to the next 100 subscribers. And if you're new to the channel, every 100 new subscribers, we do a giveaway. My 10-year anniversary on YouTube is coming up on October 23rd or 22nd, one of those 2 days. It's also my daughter and my son-in-law's birthdays. But anyway, it will be my 10-year anniversary on YouTube. So my goal is to hit 6,000 subscribers by then. At this point of the time of filming, I will need 177 more people to reach that goal by October. So if you haven't already, please consider clicking that little red subscribe button down below. And if you give me a thumbs up on this video, it does help the video to get recognized and other people to come out and check out the channel and join our crafty little bunch. So if you missed yesterday's video, I did a tutorial testing out a project I saw on Do It on a Dime. And these are products from the Dollar Tree. So I have 2 of these. This vase was actually from my daughter's wedding 23 years ago, but I got it from the Dollar Tree as well as the candle. And probably the ribbon and everything as well. So yeah, if you want to check that video out, you can do so. You can click the link right here. That'll take you over to it. This Friday's video is going to be one of 2 things. Knit Picks has been running their summer yarn sale. They run every couple of days. They throw new things in, and every so often they do a little flash special. Well, this week they did a flash special. Not only was the yarn 60% off, but they had a 1-day free shipping. I did send out a little video for everybody if you want to check it out. Anytime I run across flash sales or things like that, I send out a short little video that's yellow with black letters. So if you see that, know that it's a yarn sale, and it's usually a real short, quickie sale that happens to pop up. But yes, I caved in. Not that I need any more yarn, but 60% off and free shipping. And that means I can have it for about the same price as at the store, and I don't have to drive there. So yes, I ordered some yarn. So if that yarn comes in time, I will be doing a unboxing of that. But if it doesn't, I actually saw someone do a short little video the other day on a way to do a magic ring for beginning your crochet. That was probably the easiest one I have ever seen, because the one where you wrap it around your hand and go in and out, and I end up with a giant knot all the time. I can only make it work maybe 10% of the time. This one is so super simple. Yeah. So that will, if it's not Friday's video, it will be an upcoming video to show you what I discovered, because it worked for me every time. So anyway, yes, Katrina is conquering her challenges. So that will either be this Friday's video or next Friday's video. So stay tuned on Friday to see which one we end up with. So now it's time for... Now in our Come and Get It section, as I mentioned just a couple minutes ago, Knit Picks is running their summer yarn sale. It runs till like the end of July, but check it out. Please check through my links down below, because I do get a small commission out of that, because I'm an affiliate for these different places I'm going to mention. So if you do click through that link, I do get a small commission, which does help support the channel with like yarn giveaways and the shipping and all that kind of stuff. So the links to all the sales are down below, just below the description box. Click that bold word more. They're all listed alphabetically. And if there's a coupon code needed, I put it down there as well. So as I said, Knit Picks is running their summer yarn sale. It's the biggest yarn sale they do every year. They run it for about 6 weeks during the summertime, and every couple days something new pops up. Last week they had yarn for $2, $4, and $6 on select yarns. Right now it is 60% off of sock / fingering weight yarns are right now 60% off. So if you're a Felici fan, you might want to go check it out. But anyway, that is Knit Picks. Then we have Mary Maxim. Everybody's got their summer sales running right now. Mary Maxim is also running up to 60% off. And Lovecrafts is running 50% off. So yeah, like I said, everybody's doing their summer sales. Lion Brand is currently running a special. Now it ends on Monday the 29th at 9 a.m. But the special is 20% off of select yarns plus 30% off of all yarns. So I don't know, I didn't check it out whether you can combine the select yarn 20% and the all yarns. I'm not sure if you can connect those together and get like almost 50% off. So I'm not sure about that, but that's what the sale is listing as, is 20% off of select yarns plus 30% off all yarns. You do need to use a coupon code for that, and it is JUNADD30. So that again is Lion Brand, and it ends on Monday at 9 a.m. So that's what I have for you this week. Thank you so much for watching. And again, if you haven't already, click that little subscribe button, and I will see you again on Friday when we will either do a magic ring tutorial or we will do a knit picks unboxing. So thanks again for watching. Bye, everybody.